Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. Right, this is a brand new version of the Lucky Bastard game, the 14th edition of the Tapology Lucky Bastard game. Uh, Last week, the wheel won for the fourth time in a row in the 13th edition, and we're going to see if any of you can. This is going to be the start of our journey, rather, to see if any of you can end his dominant reign as champion. Although I'm going to be completely honest, given that this game is starting on Friday the 13th, I am not very optimistic for any of your chances here. Uh, but who knows? We do have 24 of you competing, which is, I believe, the biggest we've ever had in this game off the top of my head. I think. If we go to the list of participants, uh, just run through those names very quickly. We've got A Laminese. I really ought to ask him how I pronounce that because I don't know, but we just call him A. Bellatrix, Shakalaka, never gets boring to pronounce. And Hager Ruiz, Captain Quebec, C. Collins 44, Cheeseball, Damien Handel 420, Dr. Maxis 2, Foghorn Sam, Fresno MMA, KK Kombu, Cushy Cake, Mule Floyd, Piggy Bank, Rigno, Shat, Schwer Industry, and me, Stephen Terry, Tartara, or Tartara rather. Sorry, mispronounced. I'm still getting used to that one. Uh, MMA historian is a debutant in this game, so welcome to the game. Good luck to you. Trig, who's also a debutant, I believe, in the Lucky Bastard game, so good luck to you as well. Ubermatch and XCon Chris. Oh, there are 24 entrants. It really feels like this time the extra participants are just they're there because it's a collective effort to try and dethrone the wheel. Even if they're not worried about winning themselves, they just want to reduce the wheel's odds of winning. So I respect that. I respect that massively. Uh, this week to start us off, we have the UFC Fight Night. Sadiq Youssef versus Edson Barbosa. And This is quite an interesting fight. As you got Sadiq Youssef, who the UFC have absolutely done a shocking job of promoting. To be honest, he's gone on a nice little tear, but he's not a name that gets thrown around much in the featherweight division. So uh, it's I don't know why, but it's just the way it is, and so at least he's getting a main event to sort of showcase his skills a bit more to a wider audience this time against Edson Barbosa. Always a very entertaining fighter, uh, very spectacular fighter, especially if stays standing for a long time. And it's a close fight. I can see either of them winning it, but the bookies have Sadiq Youssef as the slight favourite, and I can understand that. He's been in the better form recently coming into this fight. But Edson Barbosa is just in the back of my mind. He's got some really vicious not body kicks, particularly. Or any of his. I wouldn't want to take any of his kicks to anywhere on the body personally, but he's yeah, it's just his striking. I can't really write that off entirely. And I mean, you can't write off anyone who can pulverize your liver with a spinning back kick entirely, can you? So for my prediction, I've gone with late stoppage for Edson Barbosa, a fifth round knockout, or most likely technical knockout, Edson Barbosa. But that's just my prediction. Not that any of that is relevant to the game, which is what you're all here for. So let's get this started. First up is A. Let's see who he's going to be paired with tomorrow night. He gets Brendan Murray. Brendan Murray for A there. Start us off with. It's running a bit slow here. Why is it not letting me type? Here we go. Yeah, I've got him on a little list here. Win by second round submission against Terence McKinney. So yeah, I think it's a fairly safe start there for A. Next up, Bellatrix, one of the finalists last time out, along with Damien Handel 420. Let's see who she's going to be paired with tomorrow night. She gets Cameron Simon. Cameron Simon. Simon. Let's see, what have I got written down here for him? Think I've got him to win. Have I written him down? I need to write my own notes neater than this. No, I've actually got him. Okay, I thought I picked him to win, but no, it seems I've actually got him down as to lose decision to Christian Rodriguez. But who knows? It's a close fight either way, so it's not a bad draw, all things considered. Boom Shakalaka up next. And speaking of that fight, he gets the other side of it, Christian Rodriguez. So it's Christian Rodriguez for Boom Shakalaka. So it's Bellatrix versus Boom Shakalaka tomorrow night, that's for certain. Next, Canhega Ruiz. He also gets Christian Rodriguez. So it's yeah, Bellatrix is going to have to take on both Boom Shakalaka and Canhega Ruiz tomorrow night. So this makes an already close fight even more interesting. Next up, Captain Quebec. He gets Terence McKinney, which puts him at odds with A. McKinney. Terence McKinney there for Captain Quebec. Again, that puts him against Brandon Moret, but and A tomorrow night. So I only just started this, and there's already the wheels trying to create division and rivalries between you lot. Typical. Next, C. Collins 44. Let's see, is he gonna be given someone outside of that fight? He gets Alatengeli. I think I pronounced that right. I'm never sure with that one, but or any of them, to be honest. There's Allegan Tele for C. Collins 44. What have I got there? I've got him to lose the decision against Christian Rodriguez. But who knows? All will be revealed tomorrow night. Next up, Cheeseball. Who's going to be in Cheeseball's corner? He gets one of the co-main eventers, Jennifer Meyer. Jennifer Meyer is going to be trying to fit for Cheeseball tomorrow night. Fine, I've got her to win by a decision. And I reckon that should be a fairly difficult decision, all things considered. So, yeah, that's one of the safer picks on the card, I reckon. Not quite a lot, but you don't want me to say anything as a lock, really. That's just guaranteed jinxing it. But that's I think that's a very good spot for Cheeseball to be in tomorrow night. One of last time's finalists, Damien Handel, 420. Up next, let's see if he can make another good run in the Lucky Bastard game. And he gets TJ Brown. TJ Brown there for Damian Handel, 420. I've got him to win a decision against Aaron the Damage Elkins. Having said that, I'm not entirely writing off Elkins either in that one. So, yeah, close fight that. I mean, I certainly can't see Elkins being finished, that's for sure. Can't put a dog away like you can like the dog like him away, can you? It's fan favorite fighter, one of my personal favorites as well. But my heart for that fight, my heart says Darren Elkin, my head says TJ Brown. But Damian Handel 420 is going to be hoping that my head is right. Next, Dr. Maxis 2. Wonder what happened to the original Dr. Maxis. He gets Ravina Oliveira. Ravina Oliveira for Dr. Maxis 2. And it's frozen again. Oliveira. Okay. Just have to bear with me a second, the screen's frozen, but in the meantime, I've got her to lose the decision against Tanya Lisboa. But I just as a disclaimer, actually looking across these notes, I've got quite a lot of decisions down, so my analysis of this is going to be very, very boring. So, yeah. I think judges could be in for a busy night tomorrow night. Hopefully not from the fans' sake, but if anything, I think that's indicative of a very close fight night card overall. Very well matched fight night card, if nothing else. But Ravina Oliveira there for Dr. Maxis 2. Foghorn Sam is up next. Foghorn Sam's going to be rooting for Emily Decote. Emily Decote for Foghorn Sam there. I've got her to win a decision against Ashley Oda as it happens. So one that I've backed, and if my predictions are anything to go by, we'll be seeing Foghorn Sam in the next round. Next up, Fresno MMA. Let's see if Fresno MMA is going to have his hopes on. Vivian Arajo. Vivian Arajo there for Fresno MMA. Oh, I've spelled that horribly wrong. Araujo. I wasn't even close. And let's see for that one. Oh yes, main event against Jennifer Meyer. I've already mentioned that I've got Meyer to win the decision. Though it does put him in a direct odds with Cheeseball, who had Jennifer Meyer earlier. And I knew someone had him earlier. That's another little rivalry created by the wheel there, more tomfoolery from the wheel. So it's going to be an interesting first round. That's for sure. KK Kombu up next. And he gets drawn with Irina Alexeva. Irina Alexeva there for KK Kombu. This is her to lose a decision against Melissa Dixon, but to be honest, that is a coin toss fight in my opinion, and I'm going to be completely honest. I'm only going with Melissa Dixon because she's British. She's the British fighter against the Russians. That's really what swayed it for me. But yeah, otherwise it's a completely coin toss fight. That so absolutely anything could happen. But my personal bias says that Melissa Dixon's going to going to get the job done tomorrow night, or at least hope get the job done tomorrow night. Cushy Cake is up next to face the wheel. And for the first time, the main event is called into question. It's Sadiq Yusuf there. Sadiq Yusuf for Cushy Cake. Slight bookie's favourite, and I suppose logically should be. Certainly in terms of if you're going by fighters' form, he absolutely should be the favourites going into this one. But I say, I suppose, I mean, if he can stay out of range of Barbosa's kicks or neutralise the attacking, he'll certainly have the advantage on the ground. So it's as long as he's sensible about it, there's no reason at all why he can't. So might be a good pick there for Cushy Cake. Mule Floyd up next to take on the wheel. As Emily Ducote pops up again for Mule Floyd there. So both him and Foghorn Sam are going to be hoping that my prediction is right and that she gets the win against Ashley Yoder. Piggy Bank up next. If the wheel loads, there it goes. And he also gets Irina Alexeva. There seems to be a lot of doubling up on this card. I knew there would be because it's well, it's a smaller card. I think there's only 11 fights on it in total, and there's 24 of you in the game. So there's more. There's actually more participants than there are fighters. So it would be impossible for there not to be a bit of doubling up. But I wasn't quite expecting it to this extent. But I don't know. Maybe some statistician or probabilitician or whatever they call them is can work out exactly what the odds are for this, but I don't know. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier, coin cost fight. Hoping that Melissa Dixon can get it done, but we'll see. Rigno is up next to take on the wheel. And he gets Tanya Lisboa. I think I pronounced the first name right. Tanya Lisboa. So again, that sort of puts him at odds with against Ravina Olivia. Who had Ravina? Dr. Maxis 2 had Ravina Oliveira. But as I mentioned, this time I'm favouring Lisboa for this fight. So yeah, that's I don't know. It's just you don't really. My backing's a blessing and a curse, so it doesn't really mean anything. Shat. Oh, excuse me. Shat is up next to take on the wheel. And Shat also gets drawn with Christian Rodriguez. Whether it was Christian Rodriguez? Yes, yeah, I knew. Pretty sure he came up earlier, didn't he? Bit earlier on though, didn't he? He's who else? Oh yes, Boom Shakalaka and Kenhager Ruiz also had Christian Rodriguez. So that means that Bellatrix is now 3 against 1. Bellatrix taking on Boom Shakalaka, Kenhager Ruiz, and now Shat as well. So yeah, this is the wheel certainly deciding to make it interesting for the first round, that's for sure. Schwer Industry is up next. And it gets Jennifer Meyer. Jennifer Meyer there for Schwer Industry. Again, I think it was Cheeseball who had Jennifer Meyer. Yes, Cheeseball who had Jennifer Meyer earlier. So they'll both be hoping she can get the job done. And they're also against Fresno MMA. Me up next, Stephen Terry. Let's see, who am I going to be drawn with? I get Mikel Pereira. Mikel Pereira. Of course, the wheel gives me a brand new one. Might work in my favour though. I've got him down to win the decision against Andre Petrovsky, so it's so yeah, I'm got no complaints with that one. Next up, Tartara. Tartara facing the Wheel of Doom. And he also gets paired up with Tanya Lisboa. Tanya Lisboa there. So him and Rigno all paired up together, hoping that they can go through tomorrow. And I'm losing track of who's against who at this point. I'm not even going to attempt that anymore. This is getting so tangled and confusing. I can't mentally keep track of it anymore. The debutants up next. We've got the MMA historian. Rather, it's first ever time taking on the wheel. So best of luck to you. Will the wheel be kind to you? Yeah, and it pairs you up against me, so that's an interesting start. He gives you Andre Petrovsky. So Andre Petrovsky there for me versus the MMA historian there. So again, I've mentioned just a second ago that I've got Mikel Pereira to sorry, excuse me, to get the win, but who knows, anything can happen in the fight game. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I should really get a drink of water or whiskey or something, maybe vodka. Trig is up next, another debutant. So best of luck for Trig, first ever time taking on the wheel. And he also gets Emily Decote for his first ever fighter in this game, which sees him share a corner as well with Foghorn Sam and Mule Floyd. But Emily Decote for Trig there. The last two now, which I'm sure most of you be pleased to hear. You won't have to hear my voice for too much longer. Or, well, not so much a voice, incoherent background rambling, more than a voice, isn't it? But Ubermatch up next. He gets paired with Ala Tengeli. Someone else had him earlier, didn't they? A bit higher up. Yes, C. Collins 44 or also had him, and there's a few. Yes, I can see Shat immediately with Christian Rodriguez. There's probably someone else with Christian Rodriguez in there as well. Oh yeah, oh yes. But he's not fighting Christian. Oh no! Sorry, that's my fuck up. I'm getting Christian Rodriguez mixed up with Chris Gutierrez because I'm an absolute casual like that. But yeah, no, it's Alatengeli. Alatengeli there for Uber match. Yeah, but just to clarify, he'll be fighting, or at least Uber match should be hoping that Chris Gutierrez loses tomorrow night. And finally, ex-con Chris is up next to face the wheel. Let's see. One final spin for this round. He gets Jonathan Martinez, who I dare say is actually an original pick for once for this. Yep. My Excel sheet's not automatically suggesting it, so it's obviously a new one. Jonathan Martinez there for ex-con Chris. I've got him to win a decision against Adrian Yanez. So that's could be quite a good pick there for ex-con Chris. Right, that was eventful, wasn't it? Let's go back to the Excel sheet, which has been playing up all evening. But just to run through those one more time, I won't even try and I'm just going to list them off as they come because I'm not even going to try and attempt the absolute web that the wheels weaves in this first round because that might just tip me over the edge. That might just be the thing that that makes me lose my sanity. But A gets drawn with Brendan Moret. Bellatrix gets Cameron Simon. She's going to be up against Boom Shakalaka and Canhega Ruiz, who both have Christian Rodriguez. Captain Quebec gets drawn with Terence McKinney. D. Collins 44 matched up with Alan Tengeli. Cheeseball with Jennifer Meyer. Damien Handel for 20 with TJ Brown. Dr. Maxis 2 with Ravina Oliveira. Foghorn Sam with Emily Decote. Fresno MMA gets paired with Vivian Arajo. Keika Kombu gets Irina Alexieva. Cushy Cake gets drawn with Sadiq Youssef. Mule Floyd gets Emily Decote. Piggy Bank also with Irina Alexieva. Rigno with Tania Lisboa. Chat is hoping that Christian Rodriguez can get the job done tomorrow night, as is Boom Shakalaka and Canhega Ruiz, or pretty much everybody. Is it basically everyone versus Bellatrix in this round, isn't it? Schwer Industry gets Jennifer Meyer. I get Mikkel Pereira. Partera with Tania Lisboa. Debutant, the MMA historian was Andre Petrovsky, so hopefully this is a good first round for him. Hopefully a good first round for Trig as well, as he gets paired with Emily Decote. Uber match with Alan Tengeli, and finally, ex-con Chris with Jonathan Martinez. Right, so best of luck to everyone. Best of luck to for all your well, obviously for this round, and good luck with your picks as well. If you got any bets on this card as well, I wish you the best of luck with them. Always nice to see some people beating the bookies, especially if you've got an underdog. But it'll be interesting to see what round 2 looks like. Definitely be some of you at least in there, given how much overlap there is. So there's definitely going to be a few survivors. But there will also, on the same other side of the coin, if you're a bit more pessimistic, be a few losers who get eliminated. But that's the nature of the game. That's what you all signed up for. But anyway, until next week, so long for now.